That's good.
ever.
I mean, not too many teams, start 11-1.
Right.
Every other team kind of got close but lost. All right, so are you ready to admit that Kansas City is getting lucky?
No. I'm ready to admit I've never had more fun watching a Chiefs team. Because, by the way, the Raiders were never winning that game. Never. Everyone wants to rewrite the NFL rulebook. Let's rewrite it. So now their kicker, who's already shanked 3 in a row, is going to have a 54-yarder to win the game.
Fair.
He's going to
They were at the 32.
Right, but everyone wants it to be a 5-yard penalty that they accept. So now they're at the 37. Right? That's what everybody wants, even though that's not the rule book. Now they're at the 37, and Antonio Pierce said the plan was throw it out of bounds. Sweet. Go kick that 55-yarder.
That.
Of course,
he wasn't making a 55-yarder.
No, of course he wasn't.
He had missed 3
And it is
above 50.
what the Chiefs are doing is making otherwise smart people who cover the NFL dumb. So I want to show you another tweet.
Okay.
Because we are doing this reverse history of games they should have lost. Likely's toenail. Okay, so he would have had to catch it, and then they need 2-point conversion. Questionable penalty on the Bengals, otherwise known as textbook DPI. Non-call on the Chiefs versus the Falcons. I went and looked that up. That happened with 5.5 minutes left in the game with the Chiefs leading. The Bucs don't go for 2, which of course they would have gotten, and then they lose the coin toss, and that's just how the game was decided. Toss a coin, heads, Chiefs lose.
Bad decision.
Blocked field goal against the Broncos. A, we don't know if he was going to make it. B, they blocked it. Made field, damn Chiefs. They're allowed to play field goal defense, and they're allowed to make field goals of their own. Doesn't seem fair. And the Raiders botched snap. So let's drop a banner for the team that invented them once again, which is Kansas City Chiefs, slowly driving NFL media insane. Because here is my question, Wilds. Who are we measuring them against? Because I know the dynasty they're chasing, the 03-04 or the Patriots, right? Yeah. And the 03-04 Patriots, you know what record they used to have? Consecutive victories in one-score games. The Chiefs now hold it. I don't remember people watching that Patriots team being like, oh, that luck's gonna run out. It was like, no, they're great. And then there is this, which is, how do teams do when they've won back-to-back Super Bowls? How do they start? Well, there have been 2 other teams to start as well as the Chiefs. The 90 49ers, who lost by 2 in the NFC Championship game, and the 94 Cowboys, who then went to win the Super Bowl the following year after losing in the NFC Championship game. This is as good as it can be. And I just don't know why the Lions play a team similar record as the Raiders, and it's an end-of-game disaster by the Bears, and the discussion is everyone needs to fire the Bears and the Lions are resilient.
Okay. You know what's really funny? He doesn't realize that he just didn't hold a mirror up to himself there. Because he said, people that are otherwise smart, the Kansas City Chiefs are driving people who are otherwise pretty smart to being, essentially insane and being not so smart. And what Nick doesn't realize is that it's actually the Kansas City Chiefs that do that to Nick Wright. Because Nick is actually a really, really, really smart person. He's obviously incredibly smart. He's highly intelligent. There's no denying that. And yet he just constantly twists himself in knots to pay. Right. He's never had more fun watching this Kansas City Chiefs team. Come on. That's such nonsense. Get out of here. And then he's doing this. He's doing the whole red herring thing. And again, he knows this. He knows every single debate tactic in the book. I guarantee you he's read the debate books. He knows it. Playing the shell game. Let's talk about the Lions. Why are people talking about the Bears need a firing in this or that? They're comparable to the Raiders. Oh, really? Really? That's how you really feel about the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams and Aiden O'Connell and the Las Vegas Raiders? And now you're comparing the Detroit Lions to Kansas City Chiefs because the expectations and what you expect from the Kansas City Chiefs is the same as the Detroit Lions? With Dan Campbell as the head coach versus Andy Reid and Spags? Jared Goff, who you said is a civilian, who you said is not really that good of a quarterback, comparing that to Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT in waiting? That's really what we're saying here? We're trying to evaluate whether or not the Kansas City Chiefs are a dynasty, which again, I think they are a dynasty. But when it comes with that level of praise, comes the scrutiny, holding them under the microscope. You want to be shocked that people put the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes under a microscope? That's what happens when people talk about you being as great as you are. So it just doesn't make sense to constantly act like those types of statements are absurd when Andy Reid himself knows it, because he has to give speeches to his locker room after these types of wins. They were favored to win, but what was it? What was the spread? Like 10.5 or something? Same thing that it was for the Panthers? Back-to-back games that they're just eking out wins? Yes, those are not good things. It's okay to admit it. It's okay to admit it. They were obviously fortunate. Obviously, whether you want to say that should have been a penalty or not, it doesn't even matter, because the snap shouldn't have happened. Or it was a bad coaching decision. So if you're relying on bad coaching decisions or bad luck or just flaws of the other team in order for your team to win, that is not a good thing. You want to win when you get the best shot from the other team, not when you get mistakes from them. It was Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders. And stop with the nonsense. Well, they're getting their best shot. They're getting their best shot. Congrats. I love how Kansas City Chiefs fans love to keep repeating that nonsense. Every game against the Chiefs is their Super Bowl. No, it's not. Every team is trying to win. Every team is trying to go all in and win. This was just not good. They put up 19 points. 19 points against the Raiders. I mean, look at this. The Chargers put up 22. The Ravens, 23. The Panthers, 36. The Steelers, 32. The Broncos, 34. The Rams, 20. The Chiefs, congrats, 27. You did do it. The Bengals, 41. The Dolphins, 34. The Broncos, 29. The Chiefs, 19. You don't see problems with that? You don't see problems with that? That you barely won against a backup quarterback who's struggling just to stay in the NFL? You think it's fun? You think that it's a positive that it took all those missed field goals from the field goal kicker for the Raiders? Like, you understand? Did you see what Josh Allen did in a snowstorm in the freezing cold against the 49ers? A better team, by the way, than the Raiders. Did you see what Josh Allen did? Josh Allen played like the best quarterback in the NFL. That's what he did. No one in their right mind is saying that the Chiefs are not a top team in the NFL. No one is saying that. No actual unbiased person. So it's okay to say, you know what? The Chiefs are still a top team in the NFL and a legitimate contender. And I'm not going to bet against them to lose against the Ravens or even the Bills, the Texans, the Steelers, whoever, against the Lions in the Super Bowl or the Eagles or, again, whoever. But to also be like, there's no concerns. No concerns. This is the most fun I've ever had. There was no chance the Raiders were ever going to win that game. The Broncos? Yeah, right. The Buccaneers? Yeah, right. Hey, we just broke another record. The 03-04 Patriots, huh? Yeah, let's start comparing random eras of football. That was the definition of a defensive era of football. Like, stop. Seriously, stop. Doesn't make any sense to compare something that happened over 20 years ago. The rules of the football game of the NFL were literally different. Multiple rules. Huge key rules. Just go look up all the hits that Tom Brady has taken over the years. 95% of them are not allowed anymore in the NFL. Okay? Just Google Brian Dawkins, Philadelphia Eagles hits. Literally, 100% of his hits are not legal anymore in the NFL. During that era, that was king. That is what ran the NFL, not quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes. or Lamar or Josh Allen or anyone. So comparing eras means nothing. If you want to keep focusing on these random little records, by all means, go do that. Have at it. Play the shell game all you want. All you want. But the Chiefs themselves know. The coaching staff, the players, they know it. You can't trick them. You can trick yourself as a fan all you want. But the players and the coaching staff themselves know this deeply. You cannot fool Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. They know. They know it's concerning to have all these close games like this. They are not dumb. Patrick Mahomes is very smart. Andy Reid is very smart. Spags is very smart. Travis Kelce? Question mark. So do you want to admit that KC is getting lucky or fortunate or that they need to play better? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I'd absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.